Knew how kind and compassionate she was, even during some of the most difficult stories, and we have to tell a lot of them, unfortunately.
And she used to say, you know, last week was a very difficult news week with the Amber Alert and all these things, and Friday night she said, before she left, she said this was a very challenging week, but you know, it's what we do, and the people rely on us to tell them the news in a fair and accurate way, and she really prided herself on that. And no one knows that as well as Susan Raff, our colleague here, who has more now, those who wanted to share their memories.
I'm Denise D'Ascenzo. We are looking at, or hoping to look at soon, live pictures from the shoreline.
She was real. She was who she appeared to be, and she took her job very seriously.
Former anchor Al Terzi says Denise D'Ascenzo was always a class act. Denise was more than a co-worker. She was also a friend. He has tremendous respect.
She just walked into a room or in an auditorium or whatever, and people moved toward her, wanted to be close to her. And that's something you earn. And she earned it big time.
For 33 years, Denise was part of so many lives, telling stories. People felt like they knew her. She had a way to make you feel comfortable.
It's such a loss to her family, obviously, but it's a loss to the people of Connecticut. The people of Connecticut invited her into their homes every night.
Paul Vance got to know Denise during one of the worst tragedies in Connecticut, the mass shooting at Sandy Hook. He was a lieutenant with the state police. They had something in common. They both had to share terrible news.
It's just the words are hard to find at this time. Yeah. It really is just, we've been reporting on this since it broke this morning, and it's still hard to believe it happened.
Through it all, as disturbing as it was, Denise always held it all together.
She guided Connecticut through tragedy, whether it's Sandy Hook and 9/11, with fortitude and grace and courage.
Senator Richard Blumenthal says Denise was caring. She was invited into people's homes and was trusted.
She helped encourage people to be their best and always to be giving and kind human beings.
When you moved your signal or whatever, I couldn't get Channel 3, and it was like I lost a family friend.
And Denise also liked pleasing others. David Babin is a loyal Channel 3 fan. But when WFSB had to do mandatory tower work this past summer, David couldn't get Channel 3 with his antenna on his 15-year-old TV. The Surprise Squad gave David a new and bigger TV.
You know who also wanted you to have a new TV? Denise D'Ascenzo.
Hey, David.
Denise, it's an honor to meet you.
It's an honor to meet you. Give me a hug.
And Denise wanted to surprise David.
Well, just ahead in our 5:30 Extra.
Jerry Brooks, another former WFSB co-anchor and a big fan of our Denise, made this video from Mexico.
No matter where we've gone, no matter what we've done, we're still a family, and now a family united again in mourning.
To me, she was a sister. She was my TV wife. We never bored of each other. We loved being with each other.
Denise's death has been devastating for Dennis House.
We worked together for 25 years on the anchor desk together, and we would take our breaks together.
Dennis knew Denise better than most. He admired her as a journalist and as a person. Denise was also a mentor. She always got to know new interns and new employees.
She was never afraid to sit down with someone and say, you know what, can I just give you a little piece of advice?
The Channel 3 family is still in shock. Denise always took care of herself. We are all asking, how could this happen?
You know, we both consider ourselves pretty healthy, and we thought we'd live a long life together. And we used to say that, you know, this isn't a coal mine. We could work here a long time. And I don't know how I'm going to get on without her.